Welcome, everybody, to the REV Game of the Week. Jeff Porsche and Patrick Email with you from DUTCHTOWN High School in Geismar for tonight's District 5 5A showdown between the Walker Wildcats and the DUTCHTOWN Griffins. When we come back, we'll have discussion for the pregame and the opening kickoff. You're watching the REV Game of the Week.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
Chris's Specialty Foods has you covered for tailgating this season. We do all the prep work so you can spend time enjoying your family and friends. Steaks, burgers, sausage, chicken, wild game, and many other great pork options. Our central location is now open on Wax Road behind the Walmart. And the new Highland location serves hot lunches and has a meeting space for your work team. New Orleans and Millerville are rocking as well. It's fast, affordable, and delicious. It's Chris's Specialty Foods.
Everybody loves Chris's.
Order like a champ at Raising Cane's. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
Here we are, Cypress Roofing, a woman-owned roofing company specializing in insurance claims.
With the hurricane season right around the corner,
Give us a call.
Get to know SEC Heating and Cooling this year. Locally owned and operated by Stephen Conyer since 2013, SEC Heating and Cooling works with residential and commercial customers in Ascension, East Baton Rouge, Livingston, and surrounding parishes. SEC specializes in preventive maintenance, repair, and complete changeout and installation of energy-efficient central air systems. From professional sales and expert installation of central AC systems to repairs and ductless AC systems, we can handle all your needs. For total peace of mind, call SEC today.
No one teaches you what to do immediately after an accident. Once everyone is safe, your first call should be to an attorney, not the insurance company.
Don't let the insurance company take advantage of you at your time of need. Call the Title Law Firm. We'll walk you through what you need to do in real time.
But you can take advantage of the Title Law Firm's 30 years of experience.
Before you call your insurance, make a free, no-obligation call to the Title Law Firm.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call Title.
B.T. Chapman and A.J. Pickett with Advantage Therapy are honored and excited to team up with DUTCHTOWN High School's athletics. At Advantage Therapy, we are dedicated to helping our patients regain the highest possible functional status through one-on-one patient care. Advantage Therapy has spent nearly 2 decades providing both outpatient orthopedic physical therapy and occupational therapy to the people of Ascension and surrounding parishes. From all of us at Advantage Therapy, go Griffins!
90 years. It's not just a number. It's decades of dedication to great service. The local team at REV has been serving Louisiana families and businesses for generations. Our people have the experience to deliver a superior network, which gives you the speed and reliability to live your best life and get more done at work. We're here for your home and your business. You can count on REV. 90 years of building connections.
Welcome back to the REV Game of the Week. Walker versus DUTCHTOWN here in Geismar at Griffin Field. Jeff Porsche, Patrick Email with you as the DUTCHTOWN sound performing right before we went on the air, led by Sheely Bell. And we are moments away from the coin toss as you look here Well, we're good. We can look at the. Here we're going to get ready for the fight song here.
Here come your DUTCHTOWN Griffins!
So the Griffins head out to the field as they get ready to take on Walker, who are not quite ready to take the field themselves. And so while we get to this pregame, let's talk about what we need to discuss for pregame. And you see right there, all-time, Walker leads this series 5-3. And Walker won the last two last season in the regular season and the playoffs. But right now we'll go to the national anthem. So now back to the pregame discussion, or maybe we'll have the invocation first.
Will be brought to us by Ms. Peyton Lambert, a junior here and a cheerleader here at DUTCHTOWN High School.
Dear God, as we gather here today, we thank you for the opportunity to compete, learn, and grow together as a team. Bless these athletes with protection and guidance as they take on the field. May this game be a celebration of teamwork, dedication, and the pursuit of excellence. We pray for the strength and healing for those at St. Jude and give thanks to those who made this event possible. In your name we pray. Amen.
And ladies and gentlemen, we would like to thank the DUTCHTOWN NJROTC Color Guard cadets tonight presenting the colors. Cadet Riley Chamberlain, Carson Chamberlain, Natasha Cantani, and Brady Wells.
Okay, now I think we're ready to go. They're trying to set a record for like the quickest pregame. Walker hasn't even taken the field yet, but I think we've gotten through the entire pregame. So now, Patrick, why don't you tell us about what happened last week in Week 7 for these two teams?
Oh, Denham Springs got the best of the Griffins, 40-24. Probably something that left a sour taste in their mouth. Jeff had 7 days to get that out, get ready for tonight's game. And then Shaw got the best of Walker. Walker struggling on the season, Jeff. Only one win, and they're trying to change those fortunes tonight.
As you look at these two teams, and they have a lot of experience and two experienced head coaches with championship pedigree. As the coaches on the Walker side, they're led by Chad Mahaffey, who is in his 7th year. He's 36-36 overall at Walker, 142 and 56 overall. On the DUTCHTOWN side, you get Guy Mastretta. He's in his 9th season, as you see Mahaffey right there. Guy Mastretta on the DUTCHTOWN side, he is in his 9th year at DUTCHTOWN. He's 61-31 overall, and he's 177 and 72 overall. And we are going to be getting to the coin toss momentarily, and you see the captains, or you see Guy Mastretta. You just saw the captains cross past him, as you see Mastretta right there. 0, 1, 62 and 85 on the DUTCHTOWN side. Jordan Oda, Marcelo Rizzuto. England Phillips, and Zach Dodder. Now, let's talk about the keys to victory while we get to the coin toss right now. As what do these two teams need to do to win? Well, for Walker, you got to finish strong. When I talked to Coach Guy Mastretta, he said this team has not played well in the second half. They're competitive in the first half, but they're not deep enough to finish. They got to improve on that. And if you're going to beat them on the defense, you got to get Fletcher and keep him from running wild. You saw what he did against Sanoma with 200 yards rushing, but he can throw the ball as well. Martell Rogers, he's the home run hitter for Dutchtown. He's returned kicks for touchdowns. He's caught long passes for touchdowns. Got to stop that. Now, on the Dutchtown side, forget the past. Walker's won 3 games over Dutchtown in 2 years, including a playoff game. This has got to stop now, and it's got to stop tonight. But you can't just dwell on that. You just got to fight through it and get a win tonight. Defense, they got to improve. They've given up 40 twice this season. They've given up 30 this season, and they gave up 30-plus to Sanoma. They gave up 40-plus to Denham in the last 2 games. Can't do that. And the silly mistakes, what I'm saying here is you're the better team. You're the favorite. As long as you don't commit a bunch of silly turnovers, don't get a bunch of penalties, you're going to do all right. As you see, Walker's offensive starters, as they're going to get the ball first. Quarterback Jace Evans, running back Jaden Wilson, and receivers Trayvon Helm, Gage Poe, Rashad London, tight end Caleb Humphreys, offensive line Charlie Ward, Caden Rushing, Rowdy Armstrong, Braden Short, and Miguel D'Angelo. And we'll get to the defensive starters for Dutchtown after the kickoff. But I think we're going to start early. It's not even 6:58 yet. And it kind of rushed our pregame here, Coach.
It feels rushed, but, one thing that you mentioned early on in the quick pregame was championship pedigree. And when you've been at a program 7 years and 9 years and you haven't won that championship, but Mahaffey has state championships at U High, and Guy Mastretta has been part of state championships at Redemptorist and Livonia. That championship pedigree, that coaching needs to come out tonight, as Walker needs to, if they have any aspirations to play Week 11, they got to get it done tonight. And, of course, Dutchtown wants to bounce back, Jeff, and 42-24. I'm not sure what kind of practice they had this week. I hadn't talked to the coaches about it, but it's obvious that they got to get a win, and they're expecting to get win against a team that's 1-6 on the season.
And they are at or near the bottom of the power ratings in Division I. But you can get a big win tonight against a playoff team in Dutchtown. You still have other big games. You still have to play East Ascension, and they're a playoff caliber team. So their postseason begins tonight, pretty much.
Yeah, Dutchtown come into this game favored in the past, probably maybe all 3 games that they lost the last 3 contests, Jeff.
Yep, and they're probably the favorites tonight. He nearly stepped out of bounds on that kickoff, and they will get a short return to the 19, and we'll look at the Dutchtown defensive starters before first down, and you're going to see number 25, Jake Monson, 47, A.J. Price, 95, A.J. Price, 45, Drew Price, 47, Carter Rentz, linebackers, Champ Edmonds, 20, Braden Robichaux, 43, Camden Hanbury, 34, cornerbacks, 10, Braden Dunn and Jason Melanson, 22, 0, Jordan Odom and Marcelo Rizzuto at safety. And it's 1st and 10, and we are just underway. As you saw, Jace Evans right there with an empty backfield. Now you're going to see 84 Garcia line up by his side. And there's going to be a little swing pass, incomplete. That one was a little hot and low as they try to swing it out on the left side to number 16.
Yeah, it's kind of strange watching Walker with a number 10 at quarterback, Jeff, Jace Evans. Because last year, I think, with number 49 maybe was the quarterback the last 2 years.
Yeah, I don't recall because I wasn't able to do those games, but I know you caught a couple of them. It's 2nd down and 10. This is my first look at Walker in about 3 years. As they run up the middle, Garcia doesn't get much. And it's 3rd down and long. And this is what Dutchtown needs, a 3 and out to start this game when you're giving up 30 and 40 last couple of weeks. You need to make a stop.
Yeah. We've been praying for fall weather, Jeff. Good night for football. Nice, crisp in the air.
Yeah, it's very comfortable, and the rain's not going to come till tomorrow afternoon, so caught a break there too. 3rd and 8, and they're going to run it again, and that's going to be short. Kind of a curious call right there. Garcia right up the middle on 3rd and 8. I don't know what were they looking at right there, Coach.
I'm not sure, but the quarterback gave it, and he took a lick. But you look at the first pass, and there may not be a whole lot of confidence, Jeff. Maybe they were trying to catch him off guard, but they didn't want to make a mistake down here early in the ball game. They rather just, people have the comments of let's end every drive with a kick, and that's either a field goal or a punt, and a punt sometimes not a bad thing.
No, better than a turnover. Punt's going to be short. It's not going to get to Rogers, and it's going to take a Walker roll past the 35 and inside to about the 32, 33-yard line as we look at the Dutchtown offensive starters, and they are led by Owen Fletcher at quarterback, and their primary running back is Carter Hedden. Receivers Caden Messina, Derek Walker Weiss, and Martell Rogers. Tight end Zach Dodder. Offensive line Duncan McLeod, Andrew Kidd, England Phillips, Logan Bro, and Brant Lavin. And it's 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line, just underway. 3 and out for Walker. No score between the Wildcats and the Griffins.
Yeah, started a little slow last week on offense, Jeff, and got behind the power curve. See if they can start a little faster tonight.
And that's a nice move by Hedden, and he's going to get a 1st down for the Griffins. Still lunging ahead to the 46-47. Now the Walker defensive starters, they're going to run a 3-3 with 5 DBs. You're going to see number 22, Chris Liddick, 52, Logan Ross, number 3, DJ Bro. Linebackers, Jeffrey Caldwell, number 6, 17, Gavin Richard, and number 8, Dylan Bro. Cornerbacks, Jamarcus Nealand and Kermit Jackson. And in the secondary, Jonathan Musso at safety, Malachi Viator at safety, and Gage Poe at free safety. 1st and 10. And Fletcher in trouble. And he's going to go down with a sack by number 8, Dylan Bro. That's a bit of a surprise. Good pressure right there. Got 2 guys in his face.
I think good coverage, Jeff, in the secondary caused them to kind of hold on to it. And he wasn't able to get away. And he tried to get rid of it at the last minute because, the offensive guys, they can, as long as they get out the pocket and they throw the ball, I think, past the 1st down marker, they can nulligate a great defensive play on the defensive side.
That was number 3, DJ Bro, and number 8, Dylan Bro. 2nd and 21. And there's a handoff. Trying to get to the edge. He's got the edge, and he's close to a 1st down, probably about 4 yards short on the play. That was Makai Hill, I believe, number 6 on the carry. And
runs the ball down
as you see the defensive starters, you have those right there. We talked about a moment ago. It's 3rd down and 4.
It'll be 3rd and about 4 for the Griffins.
That was a good run, Jeff.
Yep.
Running back room kind of crowded with Hedden, and we will also see 32.
Yeah, Becknell. More pressure, and now Fletcher gets away. He's got a 1st down inside the 35. Drive stays alive. Look at a replay right there. Pressure right there from number 20, Musso, but can't get to it.
Yeah, got to keep contained, Jeff, if you're Walker. The last thing you want to do is get Owen Fletcher. I mean, that's one of the keys to the victory is to stop him. And I'm looking. Walker's got those gold helmets. St. Jude night tonight for the Griffins, raising money for St. Jude all week, Jeff.
Always a good cause, and it's 1st down, and Hedden gets past the first wave and then is taken down by Richard, and it's going to be 2nd down and about 6.
Two guys came off the edge for Walker, and both of them wanted to hit the quarterback, and neither one of them tackled the running back, and Hedden picks up 4 yards.
When we talked to Guy Mastretta for the coaches show earlier this week, Carter Hedden was one of the guys he pointed out that had a really good game against Denham Springs. And not a lot of players did too well, but Hedden was one of the ones that he pointed out for sure. And it's going to be the quarterback going deep, and Walker Weiss is there, but it's over his head by about 3 or 4 yards, and it's going to be 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, had a shot right there, Jeff. He was open, he was behind, and just overthrew it. You couldn't have put a whole lot of air on that, because if you throw it much higher than that, it ends up, out of the back of the end zone, and you can't catch it anyway. But he was open. They'll probably come back to that.
3rd down. It's 2 down territory right here. 7:42 left to go in the first quarter. No score between Dutchtown and Walker. And Fletcher looking left, now pressured, and he's sacked again. 2 sacks, big, 71. Hayden Taylor with the sack for Walker.
4th and long for the Griffins.
Yeah, he got to the inside of the Dutchtown right tackle, Jeff. It was a screen play in the middle, and they had it set up, and it's all about timing, and you don't have to hold your block for long, and in some instances you can let them go after just kind of a quick shove, and that was too quick. Owen wasn't able to get it to running back screen or tight end. It was either Hedden or Daughter.
It's a punt as it's taken at the 6-yard line. And good coverage right there. Number 21 down at the bottom of the pile. Jay Lovelady for the Griffins. And I said it was 2 down territory on 3rd down and 6, but when you lose 10 on the sack, now all of a sudden you got a punt.
Yeah, there's no doubt if he would have gone for it. Great coverage right there, good punt. Yeah. We watch it on Saturdays and Sundays sometimes, Jeff, that punters try to get too cute to try to get the ball inside the 3 or 4 yard line, and hey, get it inside the 12 and good coverage and let them go 90 yards.
Dutchtown's winning the field position battle right here for sure. Both drives started inside the 20. This one's inside the 10. First down, and looking at for a deep throw downfield, and it is incomplete and late contact, no flag. Now a flag comes in as you had the contact after the ball was on the ground, as you see right there.
Jeff, that was close, man.
Yeah,
that was really
that's a
close.
tough one. He pulled up a little bit. That was Chatfield. But I don't think he was trying to be malicious there, but he just kind of gave him a little shove at the end. But he didn't come in head first, but they still call the penalty, and it's going to be a first down.
Yeah, that one hurts because that pulls Walker out of. But that's Chatfield starting in place of Scott Brumfield, Jeff. I don't know if Scott's injured. I hadn't gotten that report, but he's playing free safety back there with Marcelo Rizzuto.
Quarterback keeper, and gets about 5 before the tackle.
Evans keeps the ball.
And I believe that was maybe Ritz on the tackle.
Jace Evans getting a little confidence. Even though that ball wasn't complete, it feels like a completion, Jeff. And
yeah,
I'm assuming Mahaffey probably had the first 10 or 15 plays scripted. They're doing a lot of motioning and moving, and Dutchtown prepared for it. They don't have a whole lot of adjustments, just a little shuffle here or there.
2nd down, swing pass, overthrown. Trying to get it to number 1, Caden Lewis, senior wide receiver for the Wildcats.
Jordan Odom right there. If that ball's on target, Jordan may have a pick 6 on his hands.
Hard to overthrow that guy. He's a real tall guy, Lewis. But pass falls incomplete, and it's 3rd down and 4, as we've got a couple of score updates. Thanks to Lyle Boudreaux. Santa Ma and Live Oak tied at 7. Denham Springs leads Prairieville 3-0.
We did Live Oak last week, and they got off quick, Jeff, after that first series and got ahead of Prairieville. Prairieville had to come back.
Yep. 3rd down, deep pass. Receiver is there, and over the left shoulder, trying to get it to Lewis, incomplete. It's 4th down, and I think he was looking for it over his right shoulder, then it came over his left.
Yeah, the ball's on the right hash, Jeff, and he's running a corner route, And so the quarterback throws it, and it's kind of like a center fielder with the ball right over his head and wasn't sure which way to turn.
And so another punt. So in spite of the penalty on the late hit on the pass on the first play of that possession, Walker not able to convert, and they will punt. Good job again by the Dutchtown defense. As a high punt, Rogers calling for the fair catch at the 36. And so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Griffins. Why don't we take a look at the District 5 5A records while we have a chance between possessions. And this is a big game for Dutchtown because they could stay in the hunt with a 1-loss record in district. Right now you got 4 teams in the hunt: East Ascension, Prairieville, Denham, and Dutchtown. And then you got the other teams that probably aren't really going to compete for the title. But I'll tell you after this play what's going on here and how the district might shake out after first down.
Yeah. Left your Hurricanes, put them in second, even though district-wise they got the tiebreaker with the East Ascension Spartans, Jeff.
Yep, but they don't have as many wins, and there's a little bit of contact, and I believe it's going to be a 5-yard penalty on the Wildcats. So tonight, Denham Springs and Prairieville play. Now, one of those teams is going to come out with 1 loss in district, the winner of that game. Next week, if Dutchtown wins tonight, they would play East Ascension, and if Dutchtown wins tonight, both of those teams would have 1 loss. And so the winner of that game would have 1 loss along with the Denham and Prairieville winner. And those are the 2 teams that may come out with a potential split of a district title in a few weeks. But there's still a lot to be played as on first down. No gain on the run by Hedden.
Yeah, East Ascension can't lose in district tonight. Can't win in district tonight because they're out of district. They got the bye week. They're at Turlings Catholic, which will probably be a good football game there too.
Yep.
Yeah, but this district's looking like it's going to be a 2-team.
Potentially, absolutely. There hasn't been, since this Ascension Livingston Parish came into existence, there's never been an outright title. And it's going to be 3rd down and long. They're containing Fletcher. He's been sacked twice and not getting a lot of yards right there. And he's a little slow to get up.
Walker number 3 got rolled up on, and he actually fell back on Fletcher.
And we might have to have an injury break right here because there's a Walker player down on the far side of the field.
That's DJ Bro, number 3. He got rolled up on. Hopefully he'll be okay. It happens a lot of times in football.
And so we'll keep it here, and let's talk about those games that are happening this week because we just talked about them a moment ago. This is a good transition point to talk about them. So the 5A district games this week, of course, you got this game. This is the only game in Ascension tonight. So we have a pretty good audience, I'm sure, for this one. Prairieville at Denham, that game, the winner is in the driver's seat for a district title. Santa Maud Live Oak, that one was 7-7. Santa Maud looking to recover from a heartbreaker. Missed 2-point conversion with no time left to lose to East Ascension. And then EA, you talked about that, Turlings Catholic. Did you see any of the Santa Maud EA game last week? Because that was just crazy.
I mean, when I saw the score, Santa Maud was kind of I thought was ahead. Or maybe East Ascension was ahead by a couple of touchdowns, and Santa Maud came back and had a chance to win a 2-point conversion. You know, there's that old adage: do you go for 2 at home, Jeff? Do you? I'm not sure. You've given up 49 to East Ascension already. So do you want to give them a chance with the ball again? I don't know.
Coach O told me, because we do the coaches show, that he didn't feel like his team could have stopped EA at all. He thought that if EA got the ball in overtime, they were going to score again, and so he had to end it because he said both teams were tired, both teams' defenses were on their heels, so he had a chance to win it right there, and he decided to take it.
Yeah, and from what I understand, it happens in football. You drop the football, but the receiver was open.
Yep.
And just wasn't able to corral it.
3rd and 7 And there's Hedden. Spin move. Not enough. It's going to be 4th and about 5. So you had a 5-yard penalty to start that series. So you started 1st and 5, and you wind up 4th and 5. So Walker, this is what Guy Mastretta said. They start strong. They're competitive early on. And they're doing a good job hanging tight with the Griffins.
Yeah, I think both coaches are kind of playing this thing conservative and don't want anything bad to happen, so that their players after almost all season for Walker and then last week for Dutchtown.
There's a punt. Rutson will kick it out of bounds. So no chance at a return, as the official is going to mark it at the 26. So this is the best field position of the night for Walker. Dutchtown has had the field position advantage, but they haven't been able to do anything with it so far.
Yeah. When you're a punter or a kicker at practice, sometimes you play this punting game that you catch the ball and you punt it, and the other punter's got to catch it and punt it back to you from that spot. And that's what we've been doing right here so far. It just seems like Walker's got the ball basically where they had it to start the last drive.
1st and 10 from the 26. You got movement. 3 receivers right. Now play action. Pressure. Gets away. Now he's going to try to just heave it towards a receiver, number 46, incomplete, and try to get it to the London.
Yeah, under a lot of pressure. He broke contained, but Dutchtown did a great job of not letting him get outside.
Yeah, neither quarterback has been able to get free for the most part here tonight. And that's definitely one of the things that you see in District 5-5A. You got a lot of athletic running quarterbacks.
Yeah. Well, I thought the first drive Owen got loose and, had an opportunity, just overthrew for a touchdown.
Yeah. Had Walker Vice, but just missed. 2nd down, handoff. Diving ahead is Garcia for about 3 or 4. Jaden Wilson has been their running back, one of their top running backs on this team, but I saw him not dressed out tonight. He was one of the captains on the Walker side, and so we may not be seeing him tonight. It might be Garcia going in the backfield.
Yeah, that was Drew Price making a good play, and Walker guy just dove ahead for 2 yards.
Now, it's marked as 2nd down on the far side, but it's really 3rd down, about 8. And I think there was some early movement. And so it might be 3rd and 13. Yes, it's going to be assessed against Walker.
False start against Walker.
Now, got an update from Denham Springs. They lead Prairieville 10-0. So Prairieville fell behind again, just like they did last week. 15-0 to Live Oak early in the first quarter. Now they're in a bigger hole against a better team.
And they're on the road.
Yep. So it's 3rd and 13 with 2:59 left to go in the first quarter. No score. Both teams, as you said, kind of feeling each other out right now. Little screen pass. That's going to work, and that's going to be a 1st down. Good setup right there as he gets it to Garcia.
Yeah, Owen Fletcher does a good job of, because he was kind of on an island over there. They had 3 guys, 2 guys, and he was able to make a play and get him out of bounds when that happens. Don't let that play turn in from a 10-yard gain to a 70-yard touchdown run.
So Jace Evans with the completion for the 1st down on 3rd down and long. And now Walker with their best field position. They're kind of advancing a little bit, kind of winning that field position games very slowly right now. And it's 1st and 10. And a handoff.
Yeah, just bring it all back up, Sam.
And got a few before taken down by about 5 Griffins. It's going to be 2nd down.
Coach Harrell likes to send a blitzer or 2 periodically. And a lot of times, Jeff, when offenses shift the strength from one side to the other side, if you had like a strong blitz called, Now all of a sudden it flips to the other side, and you got to make a choice. Do you flip the blitz, or do you run it from the weak side, or you call it off? Dutchtown, their shifting is keeping Dutchtown pretty simple, I think.
2 minutes left to go. Second down, and gets a yard before he stood up, and a late flag comes in. I believe that was Garcia on the carry. Let's see what they call right there. That's usually where a holding call comes in, but that was very late, and it didn't look like they had enough time for holding to develop there.
I think it's a personal foul. Nope, there it is, holding.
Yep, that's that holding spot.
I agreed with you, but it was so late, and usually the white hat kind of throws holding. So Dutchtown declines it.
Penalties decline.
Well, yes, they're now. Well, the other official was getting ready to mark it off. Did he actually decline it?
Well,
I think they might be thinking twice about it. It's going to be third down and 8. I think that's a generous spot. I thought he got to the 40.
Yeah, well, this referee right here on this end, Jeff,
yeah,
he stayed put when the other guy started marking it off when the referee said, no, it's been declined.
So it's 3rd and 6. And quarterback design keeper, first down, pass midfield. Jace Evans, he stepped back and he was running all the way.
8-yard line and a first down.
Good. I mean, Walker's got a hat on the hat, Jeff. Then easy first down pickup.
And so now Walker for the first time in Griffin territory. 1:24 left to go in the first quarter. No score. And quick throw complete for about 7 or 8.
Evans pass complete.
Good job on first down to number 12,
to the 40,
Travion Helm.
2-yard line.
Just turn around, stopped.
Gain of about 7.
Found a spot. Got good yardage.
Yeah, you know, if the receiver's going to play 10 yards off and you take 4 and he's still 10 yards off, you stop and take 6, 7 yards and huddle back up.
This has been a very fast-moving first quarter so far. 38 seconds left to go. And Met, just as he gets the ball on what might be the final play of the first quarter, we'll see.
Well, Coach Harrell dialed up something right there. He had several men in the backfield on the snap.
And I don't think we're going to get another play in unless a timeout is called. Taking too long to get it in.
Yeah, I don't think they had any rush.
No, that was Rashad London on the carry. 1 second, and now we're at 0. So the first quarter will end with no score. Both teams kind of just filling each other out. It's the end of the first quarter. We'll take a break. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
Athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Griffins Sports Medicine Program. Advantage Physical Therapy, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Cypress Physical Therapy.
Welcome back to the Rev Game of the Week. No score between Dutchtown and Walker. Let's look at what happened last week. Dutchtown lost 42-24. Walker lost non-district 50-26. We talked about that already. And then you had the two dramas. EA with the 1-point victory on the final play of the game. No time left on the clock. 2-point conversion, no good. And then Prairieville won on the last play. That was our game last week, 32-28.
Good high school football game, Jeff. I'm a defensive guy, but, you know, that 32-28, that was a good, well-balanced football game. A little defense, a little offense, big plays all over the place.
So it's 3rd and 7 after the 4-yard loss. And quarterback pass all the way. Oh, and that was potential red zone material right there as number 20, Musso, cannot come up with it.
Ooh. Wow, he was open.
Yep. And he had one guy to beat in the secondary. Got him in a bad spot, the hands.
Yeah, Jordan Oldham, he was kind of put in a predicament because he may have been man-to-man on him, but he saw the back swing out. And so I don't know if 15 was supposed to pick him up or not.
They're going for it on 4th and 7. And the swing caught by London has several guys to beat just to get back to the line of scrimmage. He does not get there, and it's a stop by the Griffins on defense.
Yeah, that's a switch, Jeff, because the way the first quarter was played, you thought maybe Walker pins them even deeper because for the most part, Dutchtown's had pretty good field position.
Yep.
Haven't been able to do anything with it, but we've been playing from the 40 to the baseball field, either when Dutchtown or Walker had the football. So a little bit different switch and thought process by Coach Mahaffey on the other side.
Yeah, that was an interesting decision right there, and the gamble does not pay off. And so Dutchtown, this has been their field position, approximately their starting field position all night, as now they have the field position battle back in their favor. 1st and 10 from the 45. Oh, and they nearly lost it, but Hedden gets it, and he is close to a first down.
Yeah, that
off the right side.
It was a bobble snap, but he caught it in the air, so the timing wasn't off, and he was able to pick up 8.5, 9 yards on the play. Be curious to see whether Coach Janis opened up it a little bit more in the second quarter.
As they're going to move it back to the line of scrimmage. I don't know what this decision was.
Now penalized for holding, so it'll be 1st and 10.
Okay, so public address announcer Ted Babin says there was a holding call.
And that holding must have taken place like right at the tackle. You back him up 10 yards?
Yeah, that's interesting. I did not see it. Didn't see a flag on the ground. So it's still 1st and 10, so that play didn't even happen for all intents and purposes. And now Fletcher not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They must have been listening to my keys to the game because they are containing the quarterback right now. That's number 20, Musso.
Don't get the end trapped or kicked out so the wrap guy can come around. Good job by Walker's defensive end. Number 22, I think. He's a big old camper.
Yep.
Walker has him listed as a junior tight end defensive lineman. I don't have height and weight on him.
So now Fletcher throws it complete to Walker Weiss, and he'll maybe get back to the original line of scrimmage. I think the ball was on the ground, but they're going to say he was down. It's 3rd down, and Coach, this team, Walker, they're 0-3 in district, and they're 1-6 overall, and Dutchtown was the favorite here, but they are playing them toe-to-toe right now.
No doubt. They're not playing like a 1-6 team.
Yep.
You know, and I don't consider Dutchtown, quote unquote, playing down at all. I just think Walker's playing well. It's just a good high school, evenly matched football team, regardless of the records.
And now the throw downfield and trying to get it to Rogers, but it was a little stray and out of bounds. And another 3 and out. So one more time, Dutchtown cannot take advantage of good starting field position.
Sometimes that comes back to haunt you.
Got a score update. Prairieville on the board, 10-7, losing to Denham Springs.
Yeah, East Ascension struggling though. Down 21-0 to Turlings.
Ooh, Turlings is really good this year. Nearly a high snap, gets it away. Line drive, no contact, and they're going to let it roll. And Dutchtown's going to pin Walker back again. Now, you had decent field position in the previous drive. They were able to get it past midfield. But this is at least the 3rd drive where they're pinned down inside the 20.
Yeah, got to continue to play good defense, continue to force punts, don't give up a big play. And this game continues to tick along at a pretty good clip.
Yep. 9:42 left to go before halftime. I expected this to be a high-scoring game. I was looking for it to be maybe in the 20s. We got a ways to go before we get to that point.
Yeah.
I thought the winning team might be able to get into the 30s. I don't think we're anywhere near that.
You had over and under 50 for this game?
Could have been. 1st and 10. Handoff. Trying to weave through the middle is London. Not much. 2nd and long.
See if they put the ball in Evans' hand and try to run him on some plays again. He's been the mostly effective weapon that they've had on offense so far.
2nd and 8. From the 20. Man coming in late, setting up in the slot.
That's twice in a row.
Yep. And that's London again. Good patient running, gets to the 25. It's going to be 3rd down about 2 or 3.
Gets to the 25.
So he does a good job moving around, waiting for his hole to develop. And we are now inside of 9 minutes before halftime. Still no score between Dutchtown and Walker. 3rd and 2.
Scott Brumfield in the game. Strong safety for the Griffins.
Quick pass. 1st down. Not by much, but enough. Caden Lewis with the catch.
29-yard line, good enough for 1st down.
And you got to think that this is something that Walker wants to do because they've been slow, methodical, and they're just running clock, and they have a chance to run 2 more minutes off the clock. And when you're the underdog, you can shorten that game. That's always in your favor.
Yeah. Well, if regulation ended 0-0, Chad, I don't think would be all upset. I mean, obviously he would like it to be points on his side to 0, but.
And this is a big run for a 1st down. Longest play from scrimmage, I believe, for either team tonight. That's Garcia on the carry.
Garcia.
Just quick burst. Brought down by Lovelady.
You know, when you want to run the football, Jeff, sometimes you got to be willing to punt sometimes early in the game because you're not wearing on the defense yet. But, I mean, that's a couple big runs for Walker.
They got to like the progress so far in this game. Handoff. And maybe getting a yard. That's Garcia before he's taken down by a bunch of Griffins, including Odom, number 0.
Good job by number 87 for Dutchtown. Brooks Bumstead playing defensive end right there. I think it was Brooks. I look down there now, and I'm thinking maybe that was 47 and not 87.
Might be Rentz.
Yeah, I think it was Rentz. That was – nope, that's 87.
And look at this. He might go the distance, and Walker is going to score first on a big touchdown run by – let's see. That looks like number 9, Bernal.
8 or 9, Jeff. I thought it was. I thought
think
it was
9,
Bro.
Mason Bernal. I thought it was Bro too.
Yeah.
Now Bro is a running back, so it could have been Bro right there. It's hard to tell if that was 8 or 9. And look at this, Walker, the underdog, scores first, almost halfway through the 2nd quarter. Now Guy Mastretta told us this team is a good team, and they play very well early, and that's what they're doing right now.
Well, Jeff, you and I talking football several times this year, and you talked about your Prairieville Hurricanes playing well until something bad happened, and then they kind of got over the hump against East Ascension. And Walker may be fighting the same thing, that maybe they play well early, something bad happens, and then they're not able to overcome it. But they've been pretty patient so far running the football, and breaking a big play. 3 big runs in the last 2 drives.
Extra point coming. It is good, and it's 7-0 Walker. Extra point by Aaron Stern. We'll take a break. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
Athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Griffins Sports Medicine Program. Cypress Roofing, SCC Heating and Cooling, Raising Cane's in Prairieville, Hollis Orthodontics.
Welcome back, and Walker scores first. Almost halfway through the second quarter. They lead 7-0. As you see, the big run right there by Bro, number 8. And he gets the first points of the night on the long run. Got some updates from other games. Santa Maria leads Live Oak at the end of the first quarter, 21-7. Denham Springs ahead of Prairieville, 16-7 in the second quarter. Turlings Catholic, 21, and East Ascension, 7. Now the kickoff, and Dutchtown, a little shell-shocked maybe. Didn't expect to be behind 7-0 in the second quarter of this game for sure.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that.
And it's going to go to Rogers at the 5. He's going to go right and waiting, and good job by Walker's special teams. Number 34 does a good job getting through his blocker and making the tackle, Jamal Asbury.
Jeff, that's exactly, if you're the special teams coach, that's how you draw it up. You know, Martell catches it somewhere on the numbers and decides instead of going north-south, he runs to the sideline and gives the Walker pursuit a chance to catch up with him and holds Dutchtown to the 20-yard line. Good special teams by Walker, who's feeling pretty confident right now, I would think, Jeff.
Absolutely. Everything's been going their way. And if you're Dutchtown at this point, you don't want that history, like I said, to sneak in. Hedden gets outside, and he's going to get a first down. Good run to the 35-yard line, and so that's a good answer by the Griffins.
Yeah, I think Walker's got several kids going both ways. I think it seemed like 22 played offense, 8 playing outside backer.
Yeah, they definitely do. Musso, Bro. That's another thing that Coach Mistretta told me is that this team is not very deep. And they can't get to the line of scrimmage right there. Hedden and down at the bottom of the pile, big number 71 again. That's Taylor.
Second and 12 for the Griffins.
This looks like Walker's no joke, no fluke right now. Beating that defensive line. Meaning that offensive line, excuse me.
Yeah. Dutchtown like to have something, maybe get points somehow out of this drive because they can eat up some clock. Just that 2-for-1 we talking about. We're getting into that territory right now because Dutchtown will get the ball to start the second half.
And there's a deep pass trying to get it to Rogers. And he came down with that, one-handed. There was contact, pass interference not called, as number 2, Nealon, grabbed him before the pass was caught, but it didn't matter. Look at that.
Yeah, that's a nice catch right there. I'm a little late, Jeff, and I want to take credit for it, but one of your keys to the victory was they had to stop Rogers, and up until that point they had, whether it's in a return game on offense, because that's the first touch on offense. Big play for Dutchtown.
Yep. Didn't give up the 6, though. Ball's at the 38. And there's Fletcher. Ooh. One trip from behind, I believe, by 17. Richard kept them from getting a first down and maybe more than that.
From the 36.
So you see the keeper fake. Comes outside and just tripped up from behind.
Got the kick in the wrap right there, Jeff. And pick up your feet a little bit and get them shoestrings a little higher.
Dutchtown in no hurry. There's 4 minutes. They got plenty of time, and they get the ball to start the second half. Like you said, the 2-for-1 could be in play. 2nd and 8. Pressure, pass, caught. Dotter, first down.
That's not a usual pass that we see, Dotter. Normally they kind of run that zone read 2 or 3 times, and then they catch Dotter going deep. Right there, he kind of big boy. They kind of like Trey Dez does sometimes and plays basketball with him and kept the defense on his back. Great job by Dotter to show his numbers so Owen can hit him right there in the middle.
There's an injury. That's the guy who came down on the tackle, Richard. It looks like he's going to be slow to get up, and we're going to have a timeout, I believe, called. I didn't see a timeout called. Oh, and there's also a flag. Dutchtown got called for a personal foul. That's according to Ted Babin down the hall from us.
I didn't see it, Jeff. That was way away from the play. This is and
that was at the line of scrimmage.
Yep, and I'm looking at the body language of Coach Mastretta, and he just kind of looks like he's sighing with this kind of like, oh my goodness.
It's probably something that the reaction made it seem like that was something that could have been called, but you never see it called in a situation like that. That's what the body language tells me. Like, yeah, that's a penalty, but come on.
Yeah, come on. You see it 20 times a game.
1st and 10. And they're coming back the other side. Hedden's wide open at the 20. 1 man to beat. 10-5. Touchdown, Griffins.
That's a nice design of a play right there. You know, Walker had been running to the football well all for 15 minutes of the first quarter or 12 minutes of the first quarter, and the first 8.5 in the second quarter. Good call by Mike Janis.
That was beautiful.
Nice execution.
When you got a team that's over pursuing, go to the other side. Flood to right, go left. Extra point coming. Rutson to tie it up.
Another thing that does, Jeff, is Martell Rogers was on that side. If he runs the post, he's taking all the momentum, and good setup.
We'll take a break. We're tied. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
Athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Griffins Sports Medicine Program. Cypress Roofing, SCC Heating and Cooling, Raising Cane's in Prairieville, Hollis Orthodontics.
Well, this is what I expected, Coach. You got you had no score for quarter and a half, and now you got 2 in about 3 minutes. And that was a good job by Rogers to avoid the penalty, too, as you saw in the replay right there. Once the guy got past him, he let him go. And let Hedden do the one-on-one, and he was able to beat that.
Yep, no doubt. That's those little things that don't show up in the stat book, Jeff, is when you make a good decision. And I'm sure they'll talk about it in film tomorrow morning. Or on Sunday or Monday, whenever they watch film, I'm not sure. High school football has changed with huddle.
Yep. And it's going to be taken at about the 8-yard line. And he's trying to get to the far sideline. And he is not going to get there. Now cuts inside. Now cuts outside. I think a flag is now down on the field. That was Jamarcus Nealon on the return. And he ran about 50 yards to get about 15 on the return, and this may be coming back.
Yeah, well, the same thing that we just talked about. Dutchtown does a good job. Similar to the opening kickoff, Jeff, where we thought was going out of bounds, and that ball took a hop back. So he did a good job of catching it. Otherwise, they would have ended up at the 1-yard line. But he tries to run it all the way back across the field, and then cuts it back and got about to the 21 or 22. But probably holding or blocking the back with all that time taking place.
So now they're going to move back to the 13 as it's going to be 1st and 10 for Walker. Score updates. Curling's 28-7 now over East Ascension. Denham Springs 23-7 over Prairieville. So two of the parish teams not looking good right now. One tied and then one with the lead. So it's 1st and 10. And we are 7-7 with 3:08 left to go before halftime. And there's a handoff outside, and London gets a few.
Good blocking on the outside, Jeff. That blocking in space. Walker's able to get a hat on the hat. They crack. The motion guy gets the cornerback and pick up 8.
Don't want to give Dutchtown a chance with the ball one more time here in the first half because they're getting the ball to start the second half. So maybe enough for Walker to just get a first down or two and run out the clock. But we saw them break a couple of big plays right there on their previous possession. So you never know. It's a first down on the carry.
Garcia.
So
gets it to the
they can
good enough for a first down.
They can run it down inside of 30 seconds on this series of downs unless Dutchtown starts calling their timeouts. Pass, wide open, caught. And that's the longest pass completion of the day to Brashad London, and they are now maybe thinking about points.
Got plenty of time left on 3 timeouts. Got a guest show up in the press box, Jeff.
Yeah. Exactly.
Elizabeth Porsche. I don't think she wants to join the broadcast, but she did join up. Her presence is in the house.
1st and 10. 146. Tie game. Ball on the ground, but it picks it up, and now we got Garcia running for another first down.
Yeah, I'd have to look at the formation, but they got trips on this side, and the defense has got 4 against 3 on this side, I think, and Mahaffey's found something on his sideline that he likes because most of the success has been from the hash mark to the numbers on the other side.
1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. We have a whistle.
Illegal procedure, according to the referee up top.
False start against the Wildcats.
1:35 left to go. By our accounts, both teams have all 3 timeouts left. We're talking about Dutchtown maybe trying to use their timeouts. Walker might be in a situation where we might see a timeout after this play right here. Or maybe right now. So now we have a timeout called by Walker. They'll have 2 remaining. And let's keep it here and talk about what we're going to have in district next week. As you got the big showdown on Thursday night here at Griffin Field, East Ascension at Dutchtown. That's going to be one of our Rev games of the week. Over in Walker, you got another Thursday night game, Denham at Walker. Prairieville at Santima, I'll be over there next Friday, Halloween night, for that big game. And then Live Oak doesn't have an opponent right now, so they are just going to probably have an open date. And next week we're going to have a lot of games on Rev, as you got a couple of Thursday night games. I think a lot of teams are trying to not play on Halloween night because you want to let the kids go run around and trick or treat.
Yeah,
on
I was
Friday
wondering.
night.
Sometimes they change Halloween to the night before, so obviously they decide to play football on Thursday night, which is not uncommon.
No. And at the end of the season, Coach Mistretta likes to have those Thursday night games because he's said that one of the things about that is you can finish early, and then you can just sit back and watch the games on Friday night and figure out and game plan for you next week.
Yeah, that's definitely week 10.
Yep. First down, deep pass downfield, contact, and no flag.
Evans' pass is incomplete.
Trying to get it to London. Looked like they got tripped up. That was Odom and number 15, Chatfield.
Evan looks like he's talking to the receiver. Maybe a little bit of a miscommunication on the route.
Trying that deep fade from the left hash.
Yeah, that corner route. That's from that inside receiver. That's a common kind of curl smash.
And, boy, they've found something up the middle, too, because they've had some quick bursts up the middle. That didn't go the distance, though.
That was the same touchdown run right there.
Mm-hmm.
Quick trap, the sniffer back or the H-back.
Yeah, that's Bro. And you want to conserve his carries because he's a linebacker, too. And there's a first down into the red zone with Bro.
Well, this drive started with about 2:34 left.
Yep. And we're inside a minute. And they don't need to use a timeout yet.
Yeah, inside the 20 because they had that penalty. So this drive started about the 11-yard line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you had that long pass and catch to London. But other than that, it's been on the ground. They've just been finding holes up the middle. And you had a couple of you had a couple of passes to Garcia and London. But other than that, it's been ground to Walker a lot tonight. First down. Pressure. Throws it. Oh, and it's behind the intended receiver, number 32. And that was dangerous. Ethan Brooks was the intended receiver, but that could have been picked off if it would have, if the safety would have gotten there on time.
Yeah, looked like they sent 7, maybe 8, right there. Trying to get a sack, get them out of field goal range. Because right now, as it sits, about a 34-yard field goal.
2nd and 10. The clock is stopped at 33 seconds. We're tied 7-7. Walker has to feel good about this first half. 2nd down. Pressure deep, and it's picked. And that's Rizzuto. And he's got room. He's to the 20. If he can turn that corner, he does. Waits for a blocker to midfield. First down with 18 seconds left for the Griffins. Do they have enough time to get points?
That was
gets the ball to the 49-yard line. First down.
Big play by Rizzuto.
Yeah, quarterback, if he had to do it all over again, probably Coach Maffey's probably telling him right now, hey, don't throw it. Don't throw it.
Yeah, this could be an epic twist of fate, change in momentum, if Dutchtown can get points out of this. And, of course, every eye's got to be on number 9 right here. First and 10.
Heading on this side, don't be surprised. Here it comes again.
And they're going for the deep pass, and it's underthrown. They got a big guy out there, number 2, Nealon. He looks like about a 6-foot cornerback right there, and he's a good match for that guy right there.
Yeah, he's a good-looking kid.
Yeah.
That touchdown, they ran Martell on a go route right there, trying to get a big play, but Hedden came out the backfield that way. He may have been open again.
Yep.
Run Martell on a post route.
We're in a timeout right now as Walker looks like they called that timeout to get their defense set up. Next week, I talked about the big schedule, EA at Dutchtown, Berwick at Donaldsonville. I'll be there with Timmy Chiquette. And then on Friday night, I'll be at Sandoval for Prairieville at Sandoval. 2 weeks from now, Walker at East Ascension for week 10, as a lot of road games in that final week. Now, after that, playoffs. Now, right now, we don't know. We know that a lot of teams are going to make the playoffs in Ascension Parish. Right now, all 7 teams are in the playoffs. But the problem is not a lot of them are in a position to get a home playoff game. So usually we can start to figure out where we're going to be in the postseason. Right now we can't do that. 2nd and 10. And they're going to do a little razzle-dazzle and good blocking, but just too slow to develop. And they're going to probably have to call a timeout right here. This is Landon Ruffins, and they're going to call a timeout.
Yeah, close to. They don't like those peel-back blocks, Jeff. And it wasn't like he came from downfield. So a pretty good block right there, I think, by number 65.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Yeah, the Walker guy was wanting one of those peel-back blocks, but that's not what it was.
So Now you're at the 45. Now my question might be which quarterback you go with right here, Fletcher or Walker Vice, because you probably got to throw a Hail Mary. And, of course, all eyes are going to be on 9 again. So we'll see what Coach Mistretta dials up. Let's see who stays in a quarterback or goes in a quarterback. It's going to be 8. So Fletcher stays in. Don't know if he has the arm to get there, but we'll see.
Yeah.
And you're going to have 4 deep.
Well, he's got to better throw it 50 yards because you're snapping it from the 45. You don't think he's going to run to the line of scrimmage. But Walker's got plenty of people deep.
Not a lot of pressure. Now he's going to go down. And it's halftime. And a sack by probably the MVP of this first half, number 8, Dylan Bro, the touchdown guy. So he gets a touchdown and a sack. And so we were at the half, and it's 7-7. Walker and Dutchtown are tied. Now, coming into halftime, we're going to take a break, and we're going to look at the Dutchtown sound as they're going to do a performance. So we'll take the break right now and come back. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
Rev presents the Action Minute. Here's the Clinical Director of Action Therapy and Wellness, Haley Leindecker.
Let's look at effective warm-up techniques to prevent football injuries. Leg swings improve hip mobility and activates the hamstrings and the adductors. Stand tall, swing one leg forward and backwards, then switch side to side across your body. Use a wall for balance. Walking lunges with a twist activates the glutes, hamstrings, and the core, as well as improves hip and thoracic mobility. Lunge forward and rotate your torso over the front leg. Alternating high knees to butt kicks warms up the hip flexors, quads, and hamstrings dynamically. Start by jogging with fast high knees, then switch to butt kicks to activate the hamstrings. Lateral shuffle with hip openers helps to prepare the groin, glutes, and hips for quick cuts and lateral movement. Begin by shuffling laterally for 5 yards, then pause to open the hip, bringing your knee up and rotating out, and then shuffle back. Action Therapy and Wellness specializes in physical therapy, sports therapy, and hand therapy. Just remember, no referrals needed. Give us a call today.
Welcome back to the Rev Game of the Week. We're tied at Dutchtown. Walker versus Dutchtown. It's 7-7 in a very quick-moving and low-scoring match. Very evenly matched game so far, as Walker scored first on a long run by Bro, and then a long pass from Fletcher to Hedden got the Griffins tied with Walker. So that's where we stand right now. The latest scores that we have from the other games involving teams from 5-5A from Ascension, you got Turlings 28-7 over East Ascension. Sanamaw is ahead of Live Oak 28-21, and Denham Springs now leads Prairieville by a score of 37-7. And so Prairieville coming back down to earth tonight, and it looks like Denham Springs will be alone in first place after tonight, unless Prairieville has a miracle left in them. And we're just waiting for the Dutchtown sound to set up. They are a week or two away from Showcase.
Yeah, that state competition, Jeff, is the 4th of November. They were supposed to go compete tomorrow, but it got rained out. They were going to McNeese tomorrow. So here, I'm not sure. I'm assuming it's in the morning, 10 o'clock-ish or so, but East Ascension, Sanamaw, and Dutchtown will be performing their number that they're performing right now. It's for free. You can show up and see their state numbers because they can't afford to lose the practice time. You know, the band members were complaining that, August, that the heat and the lightning kept running them in, and now their competition, I think they've already had one rain out.
Yeah. Weather's not been helpful to them so far, but it takes a while to set up. And the show will be pretty lengthy. So we're going to just basically give the floor to them for the rest of the half once this begins. And they are just they're just kind of getting the kinks out of the system right now.
Yeah. Got to give a quick shout out to Beverly and Robert Ramirez. Saw them earlier this evening, Jeff. Beverly told me to give you a hard time, but I would never do something like that.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to ramp it up.
Nope. Got shout out to Addison email. She's in town from Louisiana Tech. She came to see her Griffin girls perform tonight.
And here we are. We're ready to present the show from the Dutchtown Sound.
The Dutchtown Sound is under the direction of Sheely Bell and assistant directors Daniel Modenbach and Connor McElwee-Smith. Percussion director is Jonathan Boswell, and color guard director is Connor McElwee-Smith. Additional field staff for the Dutchtown Sound are Joel Ballinger, Emily Melanson, Will Kimple, Aiden Hernandez, Jordan Uri, and Justin Boudreau. The Dutchtown Sound is under the field direction of drum majors Catherine Book, Thomas Abair, and Claire Campagna. We open tonight's performance by presenting our 2025 competition show entitled The Contraption. Next, we feature our Griffin Girls as they perform to the Earth, Wind, and Fire hit, Let's Groove. Next up, we're excited to welcome to the field our 8th grade band students and future Dutchtown sound members from Bluff and Dutchtown Middle Schools. They'll be performing the timeless classic, Shout it out. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dutchtown Sound, the Griffin girls, and our 8th graders.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
Chris's Specialty Foods has you covered for tailgating this season. We do all the prep work so you can spend time enjoying your family and friends. Steaks, burgers, sausage, chicken, wild game, and many other great pork options. Our central location is now open on Wax Road behind the Walmart. And the new Highland location serves hot lunches and has a meeting space for your work team. New Orleans and Millerville are rocking as well. It's fast, affordable, and delicious. It's Chris's Specialty Foods.
Everybody loves Chris's.
Order like a champ at Raising Cane's. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
Here we are, Cypress Roofing, a woman-owned roofing company specializing in insurance claims.
With the hurricane season right around the corner,
Give us a call.
Get to know SEC Heating and Cooling this year. Locally owned and operated by Stephen Conyer since 2013, SEC Heating and Cooling works with residential and commercial customers in Ascension, East Baton Rouge, Livingston, and surrounding parishes. SEC specializes in preventive maintenance, repair, and complete changeout and installation of energy-efficient central air systems. From professional sales and expert installation of central AC systems to repairs and ductless AC systems, we can handle all your needs. For total peace of mind, call SEC today.
No one teaches you what to do immediately after an accident. Once everyone is safe, your first call should be to an attorney, not the insurance company.
Don't let the insurance company take advantage of you at your time of need. Call the Title Law Firm. We'll walk you through what you need to do in real time.
But you can take advantage of the Title Law Firm's 30 years of experience.
Before you call your insurance, make a free, no obligation call to the Title Law Firm.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call Title.
B.T. Chapman and A.J. Pickett with Advantage Therapy are honored and excited to team up with Dutchtown High School's athletics. At Advantage Therapy, we are dedicated to helping our patients regain the highest possible functional status through one-on-one patient care. Advantage Therapy has spent nearly 2 decades providing both outpatient orthopedic physical therapy and occupational therapy to the people of Ascension and surrounding parishes. From all of us at Advantage Therapy, go Griffins!
90 years. It's not just a number. It's decades of dedication to great service. The local team at REV has been serving Louisiana families and businesses for generations. Our people have the experience to deliver a superior network, which gives you the speed and reliability to live your best life and get more done at work. We're here for your home and your business. You can count on REV. 90 years of building connections.
We are tied at Dutchtown heading to the third quarter. Our score is 7-7. We are about to get Dutchtown with the ball to start the second half. But before we do that, let's take a look at the power rankings. And this is what we were talking about earlier. We are trying to figure out if we can get a home game in the first week of the postseason. But right now, East Ascension's at 14, and they're losing to Turlings. Dutchtown's at 17. They're ahead. Prairieville is getting beat badly right now at halftime by Denham. Santa Ma's at 20. They lead at the half, but not by much. And then Live Oak and Walker are on the outside looking in. So it's going to be close.
What you got to be a home game, Jeff?
A 16.
A 16 gets you one home game. Yep. It's going to be a challenge.
It's going to be, but, Denham winning here, they're going to get a home game.
Yep.
Now, Prairieville probably won't get a home game, but there's a more than likely chance that they're going to make the playoffs. And the thing is, though, with East Ascension and Dutchtown at 14 and 17, the winner of that game next week is going to be in good shape to get a home game. But maybe nobody else. But one of the things I want to point out before we get to the second half kickoff, this could be a historic year for Ascension Parish because right now, all 7 teams in the parish are on the inside right now of the playoff standings. In other words, if the season ended right now, they'd all make the playoffs. And that includes Dutchtown, Prairieville, Santa Ma, EA, Donaldsonville, but not just them, Ascension Catholic, of course, but also Ascension Christian. Ascension Christian might get a playoff berth this season. And right now they're beating White Castle 21-0.
Yeah. Obviously you want a great seed, Jeff, but just getting in, if you're in the dance, you got a chance to listen to the music.
Yep.
So that's what everybody wants to do. Speaking of dancing and music, Jeff.
Yep. Well, we can talk about that after the return by Rogers, waiting to figure out which way he's going to go. Gets to the 27-yard line.
Rogers.
Yeah, we watched the Dutchtown High Sound perform and the Griffin girls. While the Griffin girls did great, London Geisler had a tremendous dancing partner at the pep rally today. If you want a pure entertainment, find it on Facebook.
It's your choice to
I saw it.
Not your insurance company.
Something you can't forget once you see it, unfortunately.
It's something you can't unsee.
Yes, indeed.
1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. You did a good job. It's 7-7, and this is what Coach Mastretta was afraid of, that this team would play strong in the first half, but he said the second half is where you kind of can maybe tire them out, and we'll see. On first down, the run up the middle, not for much.
Well, this is the first time that, and I don't have all the scores, Jeff, that Walker's going in at halftime. You know, you said they played well in the first half, tied well.
Well, they were close to Shaw last week, and then Shaw scored like 21 or 28 points in the third quarter, and then they wound up losing by 20 plus. Can't have that happen. You can't be 7-7 at half and then 21-7 at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, no, that's not a good recipe.
2nd and 8. And there's a run up the middle by Hill, Mackay Hill, about his third carry of the night.
Hill gets to the 32.
It's going to be 3rd down and medium, 3rd and 6.
It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Griffins.
1 minute in. 7-7.
Good job out of Walker defense. You know, Walker, they traditionally have a couple nice-sized defensive linemen, 71s in there.
Yeah, they got a couple of big guys for sure. And they are up to the challenge tonight. This has been dead even. 3rd down. Now this is a difference maker right here. Fletcher, they let him get free. And
Jeff,
game-saving tackle right there.
They've run that play at least 3 times. I told you the first time they wasn't able to get the kick in the wrap. Second time they got the kick in the wrap and got a shoestring tackle right here. Owen Fletcher takes it for about 40.
Yep. And that's Gage Poe that may have kept Fletcher from getting in the end zone. Looks similar to that long run he had against Sanamaw back about 3 weeks ago. 1st and 10 from the 37. Dutchtown trying to get some separation here. We're tied. They have never led tonight. Whistle. 3 on the play clock.
Quick time. No, illegal
Ball
procedure.
start against the Griffins. That'll back them up 5 yards.
15.
1st and 15.
That's got to be aggravating when you get a big play, get that momentum, and then you start behind the chains.
Especially when you looked at Walker's defense, and it looked like they were running around a little bit, trying to get in position, and it looked like it could have been a big play. I say a big play. Should have been, a nice-sized gain. Would have been a quick screen.
Play fake, going deep, and caught by Messina. Did he stay in bounds? Yes, he did. 1st down for the Griffins at the 11. Good catch by Messina. And if Rogers is being covered by that big guy right there, somebody else has to have an advantage.
It wasn't the same play, but in essence, it had a similar feature on it because Rogers over here, when Hedden had the touchdown, Rogers kind of ran off a guy and got a lot of attention. Same thing here.
And it's 1st and 10. They can get a 1st down without scoring. That's Hill inside the 10.
Yeah, because that was, Caden benefited, and that's sometimes in a ball game you can affect the game when you don't even catch the ball or don't touch the ball on certain plays, and that's really hard for young people to understand. Hey, I need to run this route even though I know the ball's not coming my way, because you're setting up something down the road that coach can call.
And Messina's set up on an island far right, but they go with Hill instead, and
nice
he is
cut.
Close to the end zone, and he is in for the touchdown, and Dutchtown takes their first lead of the night.
That was a nice put your foot in the ground and get north-south run right there.
That's a big slice pizza.
Big play from Mackay Hill.
Yep, see a replay.
Senior running back. We're going to get the extra point first from Rutson. Try to make it a 7-point game. High snap, and that hits the crossbar.
The extra point is
no good. And
Your
so
score,
our
Dutchtown
score
13,
with 8:41
Walker
left to go in the
7.
third. Dutchtown 13,
Third
Walker
quarter
7.
is
You're watching the
sponsored
Rev
by
game of the
Benoit's
week.
Paint and Body Shop, formerly known as Bruyette's Paint and Body Shop.
I remember.
Located on KC Road in Gonzales, owners
Athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Griffins Sports Medicine Program. Advantage Physical Therapy, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Cypress Physical Therapy.
It's 13-7, extra point no good for Dutchtown, but a big 10-yard run on the replay right there by Mackay Hill. Here's the replay you asked for, Coach.
Yep. That was a kick. Instead of the left that the quarterback ran, they ran it right. And nice north-south cut right there. I'm worried about that 1 point for Dutchtown because this point in the ball game, when points are not plentiful, that can loom large.
But one thing that I've noticed, and again, Mastretta talked about the depth on Walker's side and the fact that they kind of fade down the stretch. The last two possessions where you weren't in that hurry up, they've scored touchdowns. So it's kind of changed. The ball's on the ground. Oh, and there's a big return coming and a late flag. And I tell you what, I think that was 34. And watch right here. 34 that's number 2 actually, that took out Odom, who nearly recovered that.
Yeah. Sometimes you get big returns when you have a nice deep kick and you can set everything up. Other times you have big returns when it kind of looks like, oh no, what is the receiving team doing? And that was a big return. And of course, a lot of times what happened on special teams is a block in the back, and that'll bring a nice return back. But yeah, Jordan Odom went flying in to try to get the ball.
That was Nealon, that cornerback who's covering Martell Rogers, makes another big play. Because if he doesn't make that contact and keep him from the ball, there's no holding penalty right there. Dutchtown has possession. Now the ball's at the 25. 13-7. London sets up in a slot now in motion. Handoff. Garcia. Oh, man, they've had some big holes up the middle. And another first down run.
Garcia.
That's a big hit.
To the 40 and a first down.
Walker does not look like a 1-16.
No, they're running the ball hard.
Yep.
Playing hard.
First down at the 40. And here's a keeper by the quarterback, but now he's trapped. And he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard.
Did that play look like people moved?
Yes, I think the tackles jumped before the ball was snapped, but they didn't call it. It was a bang situation. It's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, a little bit. It's kind of hard to use this analogy, but kind of through the whistle, the echo of the whistle, kind of the echo of the snap count.
3 receivers right, 1 left, 1 man backfield. Quarterback, quick pass, complete. 3rd down as good tackle right there by number 20, Champ Edmonds.
To number 12.
That was Helm on the catch. And it's going to be 3rd down and about 4. So they got about 4 on the play.
It'll be 3rd and 4.
Be interesting to see if they don't gain any yards right here, what Coach Mahaffey does this early in the quarter.
3rd and 4. And there's a handoff to London. I don't think he's there. I think he's a yard shy.
He's short.
Gain of a couple. It'll be 4th and 2 for the Wildcats.
This may be a go for it situation. They went for it earlier in the first quarter in this general vicinity and didn't get it. There's 6.5 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Big play for the Walker offense, and it's behind the back, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. They tried to pitch it to London, but that play was pressured from the get-go.
Yeah.
I think that was Edmonds who put the pressure.
Well, you get on the center, you don't usually get there, and it looked like he squats, Jeff, to kind of hide behind an offensive lineman and thinking that it was going to be a sneak, and it's not fluid pitch.
Yeah. I think there was a lot of disruption there from the front seven for Dutchtown, and now they get a break. And this is, again, I don't want to say it, but like when we talk about the keys to the game, and I'm getting this directly from Coach Mistretta from the Coaches Show. He said this is a team that you can make a run on in the second half, and now they have their chance. Here's Mackay Hill. Cuts, nice move, first down, perhaps.
Off the right side.
Yeah, they're going to give him the first down. And Mackay Hill has made the difference as we have that's Dodder who's down, limping back to the sidelines. He's going to have to take a knee as Coach Mistretta is going to go and look at him. And so we'll keep it here. And let's talk about the expanded upcoming live streaming schedule while we have a chance. Next week, you're going to get Pope John Paul taking on Pearl River. And then in 2 weeks, you're going to get the Santa Monica Denham Springs game. And that's going to be a big game. If everything goes right, according to what we have so far, based on what Denham Springs is doing to Prairieville, Denham Springs will be playing for a district title. And Santa Monica might be playing for a home game if they can get a victory right there. So that's going to be on REV Expanded, live streaming on VSN. Now that Santa Monica Denham Springs game is going to be
Zach Dollar, the injured player, ladies and gentlemen.
But right now, it looks like every week Denham Springs is getting better and better. They put up 63 on Live Oak 2 weeks ago. They put up 42 on Dutchtown, and they are just absolutely destroying Prairieville tonight. They look like a team that's figured it out.
They're playing well.
Yep. First and 10. Fletcher, fake. Now the little wheel route incomplete. Tried to get it to Hedden right there.
Sails incomplete. Will bring up second down for the Griffins.
Good coverage.
Yeah, I think that was similar to the touchdown play. As they ran double slant and ran heading out of the backfield. Good job by Walker seeing it. Good, not only the guy that had Hedden, but one of the safeties came off as well. And Owen would have had to stick it right in between two defenders.
That was Viator making the play for Walker. 2nd and 10 for the 32. Hill, good move. Another good move inside the 27, 26-yard line.
To the 27.
It's going to be third down and about 3 or 4.
Gain of 5. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Griffins.
It's 5:24 left to go in the third. It's a one-possession lead for Dutchtown. Their first lead of the night came on that touchdown run by Mackay Hill a few minutes ago. This is 2-down territory again, but last time I said that, they got sacked.
Yeah, he's running that. I believe he's running that the way Coach draws it up, Jeff, because.
Well, he drew up a first down right there because just waiting for his blockers and quick burst gets him inside the red zone.
First down,
yeah. You think back a couple years, Pearson Pyron used to play quarterback, and he used to be able to hand that ball to Dylan Sampson sometimes, and Dylan Sampson had great success, and then Pearson would be able to play off of it. Owen's kind of the go-to guy, but tonight he's playing a little bit off of Mackay.
Yeah, Mackay's got the hot hand right now. Hill and Hedden have both scored touchdowns here tonight in the backfield.
They've run it a couple different ways because Mackay's got to the edge, but he's doing a good job of making it look like he's running straight to the sideline, and then he's able to stick it.
Screen to Hill. Oh. If he cuts back inside, he's got at least a first down.
Yeah.
Pass complete to Hill.
Mackay's able to stick his foot in the ground and go north-south.
2nd and 5 from the 12.
Ooh, I think Turf Monster got him right there a little bit, Jeff. Maybe that defender reached out and grabbed him by the foot.
It's 2nd and 5. They still get a good gain on the play, but that could have gone for a lot more.
Yeah, they tried to run screen early, if you remember, going the other way in the first quarter of the game, and too much pressure on Owen to be able to complete it.
2nd and 5. And there's Hill trying, not there. It's going to be 3rd and about 3. He's still on his feet, but they blew the whistle.
Got a little.
I can't tell you how important this is that Dutchtown gets in the end zone right here, because they have to win to set up next week. Because you got the game against East Ascension. If Dutchtown wins, the winner of that game could be playing for a share of the title.
Well, Dutchtown's been part of the district championship for the last 3 years, if my memory serves me correctly, and it's been multiple people that have shared it with them.
Yep. Everybody but Live Oak and Prairieville have gotten a share of the district. 3rd down. Oh, what a move. He's going to score. Mackay Hill gets his 2nd touchdown of the quarter. Touchdown! It's 19-7.
Touchdown!
Mackay Hill having his best night.
For the Griffins. Oh!
He's having a night in this quarter.
Yeah, he's having one to remember, Jeff, and I'm not sure Becknell usually gets the majority of those carries, but he's stealing those carries from Becknell tonight.
Yep.
And coach is going with the hot hand, doing a good job.
So it's 19-7, and Rutson missed the last extra point. It really wasn't his fault. It was a high snap that had hit the crossbar. Snap a little better, but that's short and wide again. And so the score remains 19-7. 2:46 left to go in the third. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
Your score,
Athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Griffins Sports Medicine Program. Cypress Roofing, SEC Heating and Cooling, Raising Cane's in Prairieville, Hollis Orthodontics.
It's 19-7. Dutchtown with the lead. Jeff Porsche, Patrick Email with you. 2:46 left to go in the third quarter, and that I know that makes you feel heartbroken right there as you look at the replay. But I know you hate execution problems on extra points. Tell me about it.
Yeah, the former kicker, it takes a village, as they say, to raise a family, and then the kicking game as well. The snap, the hold, the kick, the blocking, and Jeff, we talked about Walker not being a second-half team, and we talked about earlier that they play a lot of people both ways, but that first half was so fast.
Yep.
I didn't think anybody got worn out.
No, that's exactly what they wanted to do too. It went entirely their way, and that went their way too. This is maybe their best starting field position. Ball's on the ground, but they're going to say no, thank you. And Jeffrey Caldwell on that return. So now Walker's got to do something because this is going according to the script.
Yep.
And now they got to break the script. They need to break off a long run or something.
Well, the best offense has come when the ball's been on that hash. And you got a left-handed quarterback. They've given the ball to Bro.
Yeah, but Bro can't carry the load because he's
playing both
one of their linebackers.
Yep.
And this is what we heard. Not a lot of depth. They have good players, but they all go two ways. Handoff. Garcia. When they string it out, they don't get anything. It's those quick bursts that are getting all the yardage.
Garcia.
Yeah.
Loses 3
shortest
to the
distance
39.
between 2
It'll
points in the straight line.
13. Second and 13.
And that was not a straight line. It was a straight line to the sideline.
Yeah. As a linebacker, we used to play the old 50 defense. Just the dive and right at the guard was sometimes the hardest thing to stop.
2nd and 13. Big stop for the Griffins. Walker's had no momentum here in the third quarter. Here's a run. And there's a little bit of positive right there. That was number 20, Musso.
They ran that play earlier, Jeff. With the they didn't crack it that time. And the lead backfield is leading on the jet sweep. It's out in space. It makes it a challenge. And that guy that's on the edge got to be able to force the ball to the alley players on the inside.
He got 6. That makes it 3rd and 7. Now they went for 4 downs in the previous possession, didn't get it, and that led to a Dutchtown touchdown. Pressure. He's down. His knee was down. And that was Camden Hanbury. Camden Hanbury.
Sacked back to the 36-yard line.
We have it listed as Carter here on this, but it's Camden.
Yeah. And, well, his brother wears the same colors as the other team.
Yep.
That's a big play. Tough play for Evans. Left-handed, rolling out to the right on a big 3rd down right there. But Dutchtown's defense playing better in the second half.
Yep.
2 3 and outs.
And the script has not changed.
Too much for a fake here, Jeff.
Yeah. It's 4th and 17.
But the clock is running. They need to.
They got to hurry. Clock is not an asset. And here's Rogers. And we talked about the home runs. He was trying to be a hero right there.
Rogers
and get it completely out of reach. And that was dangerous, but
1st and 10.
They held on.
Yeah. Good.
Now we got a little bit of a problem here, and whistles are going to blow, and flags are going to come out. And if you're Dutchtown and Walker, you don't want to risk any suspensions here. So that everything is separated.
Yeah. Flag came out. Then there was some extra altercation after, with a second flag coming out. So there's 3. The first 2 were kind of on the initial altercation, and I think the last one.
Yeah, and the last thing that you want to have happen is losing players in a fight right before the EA game.
Yeah, Coach Mastretta calling his team up. Coach Mahaffey calling his team up. Referee sent him to the sidelines.
And the officials are going to figure this out. And so we have 51 seconds left. Third quarter completely controlled by Dutchtown. They have scored twice on runs from Mackay Hill. And they have taken a game that was tied. They've actually scored 19 straight. Because Walker struck first on the touchdown run by Bro in the second quarter, came back and tied it on the pass to Hedden at the end of the first half. And then in the third quarter, it's been all Dutchtown. Yeah. And when we talk about the keys to the game again, don't want to do anything silly. You got this game under control right now. You're in command. And the only way that Walker gets back in this game is if you let them back in the game.
Yeah. Well, can't give up the big play and keep giving the ball to Hill on offense.
Yep, and run some clock.
These referees are spending a lot of time. I feel like they got the notepad out writing numbers down, Jeff.
Special teams, you might think, your first reaction might be, well, if you're going to lose some players on special teams, that's better than losing it on offense and defense. A lot of these guys that you saw on special teams are offensive and defensive players. I mean, Rogers was the return man, and he wasn't involved in any of that because he was the one that was getting kind of tackled and manhandled, I guess you could say. So I wouldn't expect Rogers to be part of this decision, so to speak. But
yeah.
but Walker's not deep, so the good players are going to be on special teams still.
Yeah, and Martell was in it, but not simply because he was the ball carrier,
Yeah.
and that draws attention to it. So they are talking a long time about this one. See what the white hat has to say.
So we're just trying to figure it out. Meanwhile, we'll get some updates. Turlings looks like they're going to beat
Dead
EA.
ball, personal foul against Dutchtown.
Have no idea what he's saying. So I'm guessing with that long explanation.
Dutchtown. Oh, it got.
They have 2 ejections.
2 ejections. All right, I think it may be 11 for his body language earlier indicated that it could be him. Have to keep an eye on whether he comes back in. Got to see on the Dutchtown side. And this impacts next week, as you talked about, Jeff.
Fighting, 1 from each team, and a personal unsportsmanlike conduct against Dutchtown will put the ball at the 35-yard line, and 1st and 10 for the Griffins.
So according to Ted Babin, we got no names. He doesn't have any names to share, so we're not even going to speculate on who got ejected right now. And but even though if there were offsetting ejection personal fouls, there was an extra personal foul on Dutchtown, so they're going to be penalized 15 yards. So they're going to lose a really good field position.
Yeah, we're just going to have to keep an eye on who we had traditionally seen.
Yeah, we're not going to say anything unless we have absolute knowledge. Because just because a guy's not in, that doesn't mean that he was the one. It's 1st and 10. Final minute of the 3rd quarter, a 3rd quarter controlled by the Griffins. Play fake, and there's a wide open receiver overthrown, and that's 6 points.
Fletcher's
they
pass
just
is
lost
incomplete to bring up
on
second
the
down
overthrow
for the Griffins.
to Walker Weiss. Oh, he wants that one back, Coach.
Yeah, Walker looked like one of my fantasy receivers that they just keep throwing it to him but can't connect, and he's open. Yeah, that's behind the defender twice right there. Just Owen just not able to get enough air under it.
It's 2nd and 10. And there's Makai Hill, one man to beat. He beats him. Now cuts outside, 1st down. He is just feeling it right
off
now.
The left side.
He's the hot back, like you said.
8-yard line.
And a good
1st
job
down, Dutchtown.
with the blocking downfield as well.
Well, they running what looks to be the same play, Jeff, but on a couple touchdowns, he's sticking that foot in the ground. But here, they got the edge, so he continues on. They're blocking it a little bit different. Nice block by number 17, LeBlanc, I think, on that last run.
Fake, pressure, pass. Wide open is heading to the 20. Can he break free? He's still up, but he gets down at the 12 on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
The referees are not running down there, Jeff.
Nope, it's going to come back. Doggone it. Didn't see it.
I'd like to see that replay, Jeff, because Hedden came kind of like through the middle and ran across and got open, ineligible downfield according to – nope.
Personal foul.
No, that's Makai just coming out of the ball game.
Okay, yeah.
He was tapping his head. I thought he legal. I thought he was heard the referees talking or something.
And this is what we were talking about as we end the 3rd quarter. No silly mistakes. You've had 2 personal fouls here in the 3rd quarter.
1st down at the 45.
At the end of the 3rd quarter, that basically takes away potential points. There's going to be one more play. Ted Babin saying we have an untimed down, but you just gave up a 30-yard gain because of a personal foul. And you hate to see that.
Yep.
All day, deep. and it is incomplete. Good job on the coverage right there.
And that's the end of the
And
third
the third quarter
ladies and
is
gentlemen. What's your
over.
score? Dutchtown
And
19,
our score,
Walker 7.
Dutchtown 19, Walker
The fourth
7.
quarter of tonight's ball
You're
game
watching
is
the
brought to you
Rev
by
Game
Hutchins
of the
Ace
Week.
Hardware.
Athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Griffins Sports Medicine Program. Advantage Physical Therapy, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Cypress Physical Therapy.
Fourth quarter is about to be underway, 19-7. And while we wait, let's look at the middle school scores from this week. And a lot of games played, as always. Dutchtown got the bye this week. Galvez with a win over Lake. Gonzales beats Santamon. Central over Prairieville. And Bluff defeats Lowry. And so now it's 2nd down and 20. And again, Dutchtown's played a clean game tonight until the last couple of minutes. And that's what got them the advantage. But if they may have just lost some points unless they can convert here, or at least an opportunity to get points, as a personal foul negated a red zone possession. Ball's on the ground. Hill got it back. 3rd and 20.
Good bounce.
No gain on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and long for the Griffins.
So it's 3rd down. Rogers checks back in. Hadn't seen that since he got kind of roughed up on that punt return. Griffins lead 19-7.
Look for that screen right here, Jeff.
I was about to ask you what to look for.
Sprint draw.
Yeah, oh, no. 4th down. That play was red all the way.
Yeah, back to the 40. You'll bring up 4th down for the Griffins.
If they get that one guy block or that one guy misses it, it is Katie ball to the door, I think. But good job by Walker.
I think that was Caldwell made the tackle.
Yeah. And that play is designed to a certain extent that you sprint out and then it's a sprint draw coming back the other way, and you kind of running the opposite direction of the defender, hoping to run past him.
Another high snap on the punt. And he gets a really good one, and that's going to take a neutral bounce. Now moves a little bit for Dutchtown. 10-yard line. This is a repeat of the first quarter, Coach.
As, down at the 10-yard
if Walker's going to score, they're going to have to go
10.
The distance.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Hutchins
When
Ace
you're up
Hardware.
12, that's a good luxury to have.
It's going to take some big plays, and we've seen that big play capability.
Yep.
Upkeep your sidelines with the precision.
I don't want to belabor the point, but
when you need to score a goal,
Dutchtown left some points on the board potentially right there, as you had that long play from Hedden that got negated because of the personal foul. And you don't want to make those silly mistakes, because when you're better than the other team, mistakes are the thing that's going to keep them in it.
Yep.
Going to give you some score updates after this play. That's Garcia for very little. Turling's now ahead of East Ascension, 50-21.
To the 13.
Live Oak has taken the lead on Santamon, 45-41 in the third. So right now, Dutchtown's the only team in the parish with a lead. And we have an injury, one of the big D linemen.
I think it's one of the Prices.
Yeah, I think that's AJ.
Jeff, we watched Live Oak last week, and when that quarterback got going, it took him 1 minute and 20 seconds to answer a touchdown and give Live Oak the lead against Prairieville.
Yep. Why don't we take a look at Walker and what they've done the last 5 years while we have this injury break. They got to the quarterfinals a couple of years ago. That was a year that Dutchtown made it to the semis. So you had two teams that made a deep run, but neither team could get to the Dome. They made it to the regionals last year because they beat Dutchtown in the playoffs. And the rest of it was kind of the rebuild for Mahaffey, because he had a lot to rebuild.
Well, his staff doesn't have any continuity this year, and see if that he can keep some assistants. And he lost at least 3, I think. A couple went to Acadiana, and another went to Florida. So losing 3 assistants on a high school staff sometimes is tough.
Number 95, A.J. Price, ladies and gentlemen.
And I think it both his coordinators, because I think George Tomplan was calling the plays on offense.
This is a considerable loss because you got a defensive line starter, and he's the guy that plugs up the holes in the middle.
Well, Dutchtown is not blessed with a bunch of 300-pounders, and that's one of them. And it's good to see him kind of walking on the side, putting weight on him, much better than he did coming off the field.
Yeah, it's going to take 2 guys to guard him. Second down, and I think that's Garcia again, and they're just going to try to surge ahead, and they get a few. It's going to be third and medium, maybe third and short.
17-yard line.
Carter Rentz muddying that blocking up.
And 3.
You know, a lot of times on offense, one defensive guy has to take out 2 offensive guys to free up somebody. Otherwise, you got a body for a body, and Carter doing a good job of that at the defensive end when they're trying to block down in front of him and kick him and wrap. Same play that Dutchtown was trying to run, kick and wrap.
3rd and 3. Shotgun. Pass, open, first down. To the 40, to the 45, to midfield. And now he puts on the Jets, makes a move. What a play by number 20.
That's complete up to the 18-yard line.
Jonathan Musso.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Dutchtown in the 2-shell, Jeff, and you know, when you're in too deep, you got 3 areas. You got deep on both outsides, or you got the middle, and that ball right in the middle of the field.
3 tacklers. There's a 4th. Gets past. Good job by Musso. First down, and up the middle is London. They are now inside the 15. It's going to be a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. Touchdown here, and Walker is right back in this game.
Gained about 5.
Yeah, I don't want to tell Walker they got to be in a rush.
From the 14.
But it wouldn't hurt him, I don't think, to just be a tad bit more. Get on the ball.
How about that?
Well,
Rashad London untouched, and it's a touchdown for Walker, and it's a 1-possession game.
Well, that helps with the clock issue, Jeff, because if they tackle him and 2 minutes run off the clock, now you got an issue whether you score or you don't. But right up the middle, and that's one of the prices that would be normally right there, but he came off the field injured.
Stern is going to kick the extra point. And it is up and looks good.
The extra point is good.
It's 19-14, 8:13 left to go. We got a fun game and a fun finish coming. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
Athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Griffins Sports Medicine Program. Cypress Roofing, SCC Heating and Cooling, Raising Cane's in Prairieville, Hollis Orthodontics.
Welcome back. It's 19-14, and the silly mistake that I talked about in the keys to the game haunt Dutchtown right there, because you had a first down inside the red zone that was taken away by a personal foul. They had to punt, And Walker goes down and scores, and they're back in this game.
Yeah.
Stern.
You would think it's an early time for any kind of onside kick or anything, Jeff. Dutchtown is not lined up for an onside kick. So if you want to run it, sometimes if you run it before they're expecting it.
Yeah. And they just brought an extra guy in, 87, Brooks Bumstead.
Well, I think it's not. He was just late getting.
Yeah, but that's maybe why it looked like they may have been kind of tentative, because he's in that first wave. He's on the hands team, if they have one right here.
There it is.
There it is. And guess who got it? Bumstead.
Ball recovered by the Griffins.
Told you he was in there to be on the hands team. I think Messina was the one that tried to grab it quickly.
Yep.
And the good thing that Bumstead was right behind him. That may have been a little early for that, but like you said, maybe the element of surprise.
Down has it first and 10 from the 48-yard line.
More likely to be on your side. Didn't happen though. Now Dutchtown needs to run some clock, and it's a 5-point game. So a field goal would make it an 8-point game, but their special teams have struggled.
Yeah, I wouldn't rely on a field goal right now. I think Dutchtown needs to have a 8-minute drive right here and try to put this game away.
Hedden gets about 4.
Because
Hedden
Walker, I mean,
gets the ball to the 47.
All their touchdowns has kind of been big runs and big quick hitters.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think you want
Gain
Walker
of 5,
with the ball
second and 5 for
with
the
a chance to a touchdown without even the extra point beat you.
They give him 5. They gave him a good spot to the 47. .737, tick-tock, like you said. 10 on the play clock. Hill to the 45 and a half. Far side says
Hill
45.
Got a yard.
3rd and 3.
Maybe 2.
So now we're going to get inside of 7 minutes after this snap.
I'm sitting here trying to run through my thoughts on what I think Coach Janis may run here. I'm not sure.
2 downs? You want to give them a shorter field? 7 on the clock.
If you're going for it on 4th down, then you can run it right here. If not, you're going
they
to
better hurry.
You're going to Dodder.
They got to call a timeout. Sorry, Coach.
You know, you're going to Dodder right here, maybe. Dodder came up a little gimpy earlier, and makes me wonder maybe he got kicked in the shin or something along those lines, because it's not like an ankle. The pain in the when you get kicked in the shin is just as much when you walk as when you run to a certain extent.
Dutchtown, their last 5 years.
Raising Cane's, SEC
everybody knows what happened last year. They lost to Walker.
And the Tyler Law Firm for their continued support.
Before that, they made the semifinals, and thunderstorm kept them away from the dome. One of the most heartbreaking 2-day games I've ever seen. Probably the only 2-day game I've ever seen. And the rest of it, they've gotten better. Last year, that loss to Walker was unexpected. And they're in a position to maybe win a game or 2 in the postseason, but they got to win this one first.
Well, Dutchtown has 2 losses in 23, 2 in 24, and 2 in 25, and Walker's given them 3 of them.
Fake, and they're going deep to Dodder, and no flag. Dodder wants a flag. It's 4th down.
Pass is incomplete.
I think he might have wanted face guarding right there. The defender never turned around and looked for the ball. I think that's his argument. That was number 64, Dylan Armstead.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was interference though, Jeff.
I don't think so either. I think that's what he wanted.
You know, face guarding used to be a thing I'm not even sure. And 11 from Walker running off the field, so he's still in the ball game. He just showed some frustration. He comes back on the field.
And, that guy pulled up. That could have been blocked. And now the ball's at the 15. If he goes all out, that punt is blocked. Why did he pull up all of a sudden?
Punt is returned.
I don't know.
To the 11 or 12
but
yard line.
6:29, and Walker is in a position that they haven't been since week 1. They have a chance to take the lead in the fourth quarter. This has been a good one. Unexpected. And it looked like Dutchtown was pulling away, and then you had the punt return with the personal fouls, and then you had another personal foul a few plays later, and things got kind of sloppy for Dutchtown, and now Walker's back in the game.
Yeah, Dutchtown's defense needs to make a big play right here, because I don't think Coach Mahaffey will go for it if it's down here. Still 6 minutes left to go in the ball game. You got all 3 timeouts.
Dutchtown has 2. Handoff. Looking for room. They plugged that hole, as that's
no gain on the play.
London, who scored on the previous possession.
For Walker.
2nd and 10. Now, you don't have Price down there. You have number 98, Hayden Grote. Did a good job right there, along with Drew Price.
Yep.
And they're setting up the screen right, and first down.
Nice call. Successful screen earlier, Jeff. Kind of in the same situation, same neck of the field for Walker. Good call by Coach Mahaffey.
7 minutes left at Live Oak. Live Oak right now with a 52-48 lead over Santamon. That's got to be a wild one. Prairieville lost 51-13 to Denham. Ascension Christian up 34-0 over White Castle. First down. Handoff. London, patience, close to a first down. 5 minutes left to go.
London.
This is one of those drives where the team that wants it more is going to be the winner. 2nd and 2.
I think if Coach Mahaffey drew it up, and somebody said, hey, with 4:40 left to go in the game, you get the ball with a chance with a touchdown or to win the ball game, I think he would have taken it.
First down. And right now, really, the teams that are paying attention to this result right now are East Ascension and Denham Springs. Because if Walker can pull off the upset, those are the 2 teams that might be down to for a district title. Pass. They're going to call that a catch?
I don't think so.
It looks like it's an incomplete pass with 4:11 left to go.
Look for Walker to come back to that route across the middle, Jeff. I think they've completed it like 3 times.
And they dropped it once. That would have been for a long game. Quarterback keeper, haven't seen this for a while. It's a first down in midfield.
Or Evans could run it.
Evans on the quarterback keeper.
Hadn't seen that in a while either.
Yard line and a first down.
And we are 3:55 left to go. This is reminding me a little bit of last week. Not as high a scoring game, but it's coming down to the final minute. This might be the final drive of the game.
When they put us together, this is what happens?
I'll tell you what. First and 10. And
Walker.
I think Walker has
The
called a
fourth quarter
timeout.
Sponsored by Hutch's Ace
Dutchtown
Hardware.
likes that.
Hutch's Ace
I'm
Hardware
sure.
carries winning brands
So
like
now
Gravely,
both teams are
Steel,
down to
Weber,
2
and Yeti.
timeouts.
Don't
It's
let your yard
19 to
tackle
14.
you. Knock it out
Dutchtown with the
Gravely
lead.
Zero Turn
Let's get
More.
back to Dutchtown, talk about
Upkeep your
their record,
sidelines with
because
the precision cutting of
their
steel trimmers or edges.
their season could
So
come down
remember,
to this
when
game.
you
They
need
have to
score
win this
goals,
game
rush
if
on
they're going to
down to
stay
Hutch's Ace
in the
Hardware.
competition for a 4th straight district title share. Because at the end, you got Live Oak, and that game's not a given. I mean, Live Oak's beating Santa Monica tonight, but then that East Ascension game is a big deal as well. And so you can't look ahead.
Yeah, well, one thing that you don't like is when the team that you're playing next week loses the week before you play them, because usually it gives coaches a little, the players will pay a little extra attention.
Yep.
And the coaches will have East Ascension's attention. The question is, can you turn around and do what Turlings Catholics is doing to them?
Yeah. But that East Ascension team is the last team that beat Denham Springs, too. So they got good games in them for sure. 1st and 10. Handoff. Garcia, nice move. And possible touchdown saving tackle.
To the 35-yard line and a first down.
To the 35 and beyond.
Nobody to kick. Both guys got a wrap.
Then 15, Chatfield makes the tackle.
Dutchtown playing some young kids.
Yep. And that's the thing about this defense. They haven't, they had no returning starters coming into this season. And there's some patient running by Garcia. Not enough for a first down, but keeps moving forward, chugging ahead. Walker is in no hurry.
They got a man down.
Yes,
Just 70, number 72.
It'll be 2nd and 3
for Walker. Julian Jones.
The injured player on the field.
And so we'll keep it here. 2:43 left to go. 19-14. Dutchtown with the lead. Walker, they are 1-6, and they have Murderers Row for the rest of the season. You start with Dutchtown, then they get Denham Springs, and they get East Ascension. And like we said, these are the 3 teams that are left standing in that one-loss column right now in district play. And their only win is against Ponchatoula, 1-point victory. Ponchatoula is, I think, dead last in the power ratings right now, and Dutchtown blew them out.
Where's Walker sitting at 39 in the power rankings? If they win out, can they get in if they win out, Jeff?
Well, look at the teams that they got left. You know how many power points they would get with victories like that? Because you're going to get about 4 wins right now plus the 10. And then if they could beat Denham, they're going to be right up there as well.
That was not number 72. That was 32, Ethan Brooks.
A couple of updates. Santa Ma's got the lead, 55-52. Sounds like a Shreveport game. Turlings Catholic up 57-29 over East Ascension.
Coach Joe go for 2 again if he has to?
We'll see. 2nd and 3. Garcia. Close.
The guy on the far end looked like he's about a half-yard short.
And now we're going to go inside of 2 minutes. And again, Walker's not in a hurry.
3rd and 1.
They don't want Dutchtown to have an opportunity to win the game if they score. There was movement. No flag. Receiver over his head to Musso. It looked like the left tackle moved. That play looked awkward all along.
Yeah, they tried to run the hide, Coach. Jeff, they ran a guy off, but he didn't never run off. And it just wasn't a smooth. They went a rush to run the hide, and it threw the rhythm of it off.
4th and inches. Don't want to jinx it, but Walker hasn't converted one of these all night.
Well, this is way.
They got the jumbo in. pitch, whistle. And I think Dutchtown called a timeout. Or is there a flag on that far side? There's a flag on the far side. Oh, wow. 4th and 6. You still got to go for it. You still have to go for it. And they had a Bro in the game, and that's their bread and butter guy right there. He got the pitch.
Yeah. That was, wow. But once again, it's not something they do on a regular basis. Get under center and run that toss sweep. It's a totally different. They got kind of a heavy package in there. Those guys are not, 2 plays a game. It's a little bit different.
2:02 left to go. 4th and 6. Dutchtown trying to preserve a victory. Walker trying to get another series of downs. They trail 19-14. I think that Dutchtown's going to call a timeout.
Well, no. There was a timeout, and then they ran the play. Dutchtown called. I'm trying to think if there was a dead ball before. If it was, the clock stopped before the penalty. Yeah,
because I thought that Dutchtown had called a timeout after the flag went down.
So that they put 2:02 back on the clock. Okay. They was at 1:44.
Yeah.
So
I think that's a Dutchtown timeout, right?
So
I don't know.
I think the clock was stopped prior to the penalty, and then after the penalty, they started the clock.
Okay, so no timeout perhaps called right there?
No.
So no team got charged a timeout. So Dutchtown still has 3, 4th and 6. Movement again, it's 4th and 11. And this is a situation where Walker hasn't been in this position. They're not used to this.
4th and 11.
Yeah, they haven't played too many games with the game on the line with 2 minutes left, and they're not executing.
They did have an opportunity to win at Prairieville, and this is what happened. They didn't convert. 4th and 11. And they're looking to the right. Incomplete. Dutchtown takes over. That was Helm with the miss. And it's not over yet because Walker has 2 timeouts, 1:57 on the clock. Now, if Dutchtown gets 1 first down, this game is probably over.
Yeah, no doubt. Wow, that was a tough one. It went through his hands. He was short of the first down. He was trying to turn the corner to get the first down. He would have had to break the tackle, Jeff, I think, to get the first down.
Right. I agree.
But good, nice throw by Evans. He put it right there on the money. Probably one of his better throws.
So I think the timeout situation is 2 for Walker, 3 for Dutchtown. And they're going to go with Makai Hill in the backfield. He's been the hot back. And they're just going to go with Fletcher up the middle. He had one nice run earlier, but they've contained him very well. And that was one of my keys to the game for Walker. They got to hold him. They've held him. And that's why it's 19-14.
I don't think – I'll be surprised if he gives it because I don't know if they want to
risk
an exchange. Yep.
Got the same idea. So 1:52, 1 timeout left to go. Dutchtown is a first down away from victory. Back-to-back weeks we've had drama. We had 2 games last week that were all-timers, with Prairieville stopping Live Oak on the final play of the game to win, and then the 2-point conversion in the Santa Maria EA game that was no good and allowed EA to win. Now we got drama again. 2nd and 7. Flag, 2nd and 12. False start. No silly mistakes. There's a silly one.
False start against the Griffins. Puts the ball back at the 35-yard line.
Are just having trouble.
2nd and 12.
Right here.
A lot of time left in that Santa Live Oak game.
Yep.
4 minutes.
Well, when you throw the ball all the time and you got all those breaks for touchdowns and things like that, that's what happens. Probably several incomplete passes as well. I'm guessing that neither team is running too much. 2nd down, Hill.
Ooh.
And he's still bursting ahead, pushing that line to the 44. 3rd and 4.
Kermit Jackson taking out his frustration
Hill
on that lick to Hill, but Hill kept his feet,
gets the
kept
ball
rolling.
to the 43.
Didn't get a generous
It'll be
spot.
3rd and 4 after the timeout.
3rd and 4, and now Walker's out of timeouts. I don't think you go for it. I don't think this is a 4-down situation. So you got one play right here. You just let Fletcher do his magic.
I mean, he's done it a lot.
Mm-hmm. They've done a great job on him tonight, though. Walker has played an outstanding game, except for that 3rd quarter lull where Hill got 2 touchdowns.
This is where offensive coordinator get paid the big bucks, because your 2 options is either Owen's keeping it or he's giving it to Hill.
Yep.
I don't think they're throwing it. So you got to trust Owen to make a right decision if you give him a read option.
This will, as long as they don't throw the ball, they're going to have a minute. Fletcher. First down. Ball
Fletcher
game.
Gets to the 49. First down.
Dutchtown survives.
Dutchtown.
And when I say survives, I mean barely survives.
Yeah, I haven't kept up on all of Walker's results this year, but they played hard tonight, Jeff.
Yeah.
They knew that season was on the line. Wood loomed ahead, power points that they needed.
19-14. Not sure what the delay is.
They're just letting the clock run, Jeff.
Yeah, I thought that maybe they were taking a second there. And what is this? Ball start. Doesn't matter. They have to snap the ball twice to win. So the clock ran out. Don't know what went on there. So Dutchtown holds serve in district, and they're going to play for potentially a district title next week, potentially, with East Ascension. You're going to have 3 teams with 1 loss in district still. Prairieville couldn't stay in the 1-loss column. They lost to Denham Springs tonight. So Prairieville is probably out of the district title picture. Although it's going to be a fun one next week against Santa Maria.
Yep.
And that's going to do it.
Well, the streak for Walker ends, Jeff.
And that's your ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
And that's a monkey off of Guy Mastretta's back.
Your final score,
they lost
19,
twice last
Walker
season
14.
to Walker, including the playoffs. They lost it the year before.
And ask you to please be careful on your way home.
But tonight, and you see the meeting of the minds, 2 champions, Guy Mastretta and Coach Mahaffey. And Dutchtown comes out with the victory, and they move to 5-2, 3-1. Walker falls to 1-7, 0-4. So Dutchtown's hopes for a home playoff game are still alive. Hopes for a share of a district title are still alive.
Yes, sir.
And when we look at the game of the week schedule for next week, You got all the teams meeting head-to-head in Ascension Parish. One on Thursday, one on Friday. So Thursday you got EA at Dutchtown. Friday you've got Prairieville at Santa Ma. But we also got bonus game here on
Live
Thursday
Oak,
night.
52.
Berwick at
Santa Ma 55 with 40
Donaldsonville.
seconds remaining.
So I'll be at Donaldsonville. I'll miss the EA at Dutchtown game, but I'll be on the road. And then I'll be at Santa Ma on Friday. 2 weeks from now, Walker at East Ascension. And so that's the live stream schedule for the upcoming weeks. But our final score here tonight, Dutchtown with the victory, 19-14. And that's gonna do it for our broadcast here tonight in just a moment. It looks like the alma mater is on the Walker side right now.
Well, last week we learned about what sing second means, Jeff.
Yep. So Walker with their alma mater. Dutchtown's band has left the stands, so don't believe we're going to get the alma mater from them. They always play it before the game, before we went on the air. So that's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. Our final score, 19-14. Dutchtown defeats Walker for Lyle Boudreaux at home and for Andre Chapoy in the director's box. And for Patrick Email, I'm Jeff Porsche. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week on the REV Game of the Week.